I tried
that-
when he was leaving, and
I was gonna say, does that mean he's asleep? What does that mean?
Maybe it means he
I-
doesn't sleep.
have no idea.
He's just kind of like sitting in the back seat, kind of looking out the window, and he kind of snaps his head back and he goes, "Well, if you hit a stand with your stand, do slides come out?"
Halfway, usually it kind of hurts them for a while, but I usually can just take a slide out, like normally.
And Yutu just does like a little nod and just goes, "Okay, so something new. Great.
You guys knew that Yutu was being stalked by some paranormal thing, and then suddenly, even though he hasn't moved in yet or visited the place, like, you just took this Yutu at their word?
I did not really take him at his word.
Your actions speak louder than what you're saying to me right now.
We were gonna follow him, basically. I didn't really trust him. But he was going to say, yeah, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be away for a week or two, visiting my uncle in Angel City.
I don't have an
Oh.
uncle
So
that
just
lives on the moon."
taking you guys out of town. The people, like, you guys know that we've been getting surveyed for a while now, right? Maybe they want us to be taken out of town, you
I thought
know?
you two was in trouble, so it's trying to help.
This was pretty much Nia's. Yeah, that's
Okay.
how Nia.
Okay, I get Nia. She does want to help every single thing that is even a little bit in trouble. I get that.
Well,
Simone,
he's my friend, and I kind of said stupid things to put him in trouble in the first place.
Marisol's tapping her cheek. Yeah. I am not surprised about you, Nia, but Simone, you shouldn't be following her everywhere. You should be reasoning with her.
I mean,
This is Nia we're talking about.
this is Nia we are talking about, so how am I supposed to reason her out of this?
With your brain, your logic, whatever. Just talk to her.
She works in a whole nother wavelength.
She's like, she's a very special.
Rabbit,
Oh no!
rabbit,
What?
rabbit.
Does
Anyone else hear this?
Yeah.
Your shoulder wound is starting to move. You too. Rabbit.
I guess without summoning my stand, I'm gonna punch myself in the shoulder
Oh my god.
and just
Teeth,
start screaming.
teeth burst out of your shoulder wound. Not adding more damage, but definitely opening the wound back up again as a full wolf head emerges from your wound. Rabbit! It is a black wolf.
Oh, she'll just kind of stare and go like, "So, what's up?"
Yeah, it's not gonna talk because it's trying to maul DJ Rabbit.
Yutu's got his hand like
Yeah.
pressing
I
the
don't know
wolf's
how
head
else to
away from his
respond.
shoulder, so that it doesn't like snap his own head. And he just looks at someone and just goes, "Are you serious?" Like he's just like screaming, "Are you serious?" as like loud as he can as he's like pressing. He's
What do
probably
you
like
want me to do
shifted
with
now,
the-
and he's now got like the wolf head against like the glass of the car.
Marisol's
And then,
trying
like,
to help
his
him.
hand in between that,
Like-
just trying to keep it from like biting him since he's not sure how to remove it since it's coming out of him.
She's trying to keep, like, with her hands, like, its mouth closed, because that's all she can think to do.
She smells like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Sleep slide
Otherwise-
this thing.
Hit it.
Knock it
Hit
out.
Hit it! Just
Simone will just kind of awkwardly hit it, like maybe judo chop.
Okay, go for it.
Mia's now has a driver's seat cameraman he's watching you guys do all of these shenanigans.
Give me an attack roll. You hit it. When you strike it, would you just punch it?
Kind of judo chop. Yeah, like kind of like a rapid series of judo chop.
You actually decapitate it.
Oh,
The head just falls right off, right out of his wound, and then just flops around on the ground with its tongue hanging out. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
Marisol starts stomping on it. Die, 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 die.
It
Oh.
gets
Yeah,
obliterated.
yeah, Yutu is punching it still, like trying to like poke it in the eye, like do whatever he can to.
Poke it in the eye.
Yeah, like I
Three
can't.
Stooges.
No, I figured with like the way it's coming out of his shoulder, I figured his hand is in between his head and the wolf head,
No,
and so
it's
he's
fine.
just jabbing his eye into its eyes, like no, he's not doing a Three Stooges bit where like the wolf is gonna grow a hand that blocks it and just like laugh at him.
I mean, maybe it should.
This is very JoJo. It's just like people gathered around stomping a bad guy. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie, it would also be pretty JoJo if his tongue just turned into a hand and blocked something.
Yeah,
was
his
just
tongue
thinking,
lashed out and like grabbed the wrist and like.
No, you obliterate the head. This time, instead of splitting, it just starts to bubble and like fizz and kind of evaporate.
So that was a thing.
Okay,
Holy
so
crap,
that one,
you're growing wolf heads now.
that's not a good sign. But that one actually died. The others just kind of keep splitting apart into more wolves. Yeah, fun fact, guys, don't hit the wolves. They just split up into more wolves. Any damage to them just immediately creates a new copy.
One turned into my face earlier.
Yeah, the one did turn into your face. That was fucked up.
That's why I think it's like the doppelganger or whatever. So
Does this mean like that head is gonna
Guys,
like?
I'm starting to think there's more than one stand going on here.
Oh yeah, it's at least two. It's at least two.
Well, okay, so there's a wolf, there's some guy with eyes, then somebody who could shift faces. I think at least three.
So
it's
there's
that surgeon bitch. It's gotta be her.
oh
Who?
God.
The
Oh wait, and Yutu looks at me and he goes, "Is that her?"
Yeah, that is her.
I mean, possibly we should probably go home and check on Jason. Just saying. I mean, after
Wait.
we guys
We
hit
left
you.
him alone and he's being hunted by people that we
what
don't
are you
know.
guys thinking? Why did you guys leave him? I
Yeah,
go to
take
work
me,
and
drop
you
me off
guys-
at the hospital.
I told you. I
Just
was looking
roll
at
me
the
off
mirror.
at the. Just roll me out at the emergency. Just dump me in.
I can't save everyone. I'm trying.
You're trying too hard.
We'll work on a game plan after we stop bleeding so profusely.
Yeah, let's drop them off at the hospital. Can we drop them off at the hospital before more wolf heads appear out of him?
Yeah, you can drop them off at the hospital. There you go. So in District 3, you can drop Yutu and Marisol off.
She doesn't need to get her shoulder disinfected.
Yeah, I was gonna say Marisol didn't heal herself. She stopped my bleeding, not her own. So that
Right.
She's not cool
Yeah.
enough to be able to do that anyway.
And
not
guess-
yet.
Yeah.
guess we'll head back to that house.
Hey, wait, before you go.
Yeah.
Please drive carefully.
I will. I promise. I will be careful with your baby.
And Yutu looks at everybody and he goes, "By the way, the code phrase to make sure we're us is gonna be Beitong."
Why?
And Yutu just kind of looks at Simone and he goes, "It's Chinese for good grief."
I like it.
Okay.
I will try to remember it.
Yes, I'll try to remember it.
Marisol's gonna pat the car hood and whisper to Sweet Sangria, "Take over if she does something crazy. You have my permission." Good girl. And with that, she turns around to go to the hospital.
So you guys are gonna go to the hospital. You've got obvious wounds on you, and they'll probably check you in pretty quickly. You'll probably be put into separate rooms for treatment. In the meantime, Nia and Simone, you were going back to the house just to check up on Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they obviously know where we live now. Because they showed up there.
You get there pretty quick. We'll handle both scenes kind of parallel. When you get there, the door is closed and locked.
Do I have the key? I would assume
Yeah.
so. Yeah, so I'll open it.
The door will be pushed back when you try to
What?
open it.
Hello?
Who is it? Who's out there?
It's Nia.
And
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. When you open the door, or when he opens the door, it is Jason. He has his tie tied around his head like a headband, and he has a sharp kitchen knife in his hand.
You okay there, buddy?
I just don't know what was happening. It was just weird. Everything was just. I thought I heard wolves outside or something, and I guess I'm just nervous.
No,
You
no,
guys
it's
are
good
really,
you did
really
not go
right?
outside.
Oh,
Beilong. Yeah.
what?
He doesn't know that. He wasn't there. You.
The plan fell apart in 5 minutes.
Simone, please.
Are you speaking Chinese?
Yes.
Don't worry about her. There may be some shapeshifter face problems going on.
Okay.
Do you
Wow.
know anything about that, Jason?
No. Why would I know anything about that? Is this a
It's
joke because I
possible.
had
No,
bad
it's
work done?
just well, it's just possible that you're the person who does the work for you is the crazy person who can shapeshift faces, but we're not sure on that yet.
Kind of rubs his own chin and looks at her sideways. I don't know anything about that sort of thing. I mean, I could look through my notes, I guess.
That would be helpful.
It might also be helpful for you to not wield a knife.
Yeah, can you put the knife down for a second?
I'm so sorry. He actually does put it down. I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to fight or anything. It's just sorry.
Just hide in the lab or something. Make the ghost spook them or something. I don't know.
The weird lab in the basement? Really?
Yes. What? Why is it weird?
It's spooky. There's ghosts. When you guys left, they actually woke me up. I was asleep and I heard ooh, and it freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie.
They're just testing things.
Simone will sneak a hand forward at her stance hand. Maybe try to take a sleep slide.
One of his?
Yes.
Sure. You can. His are looking pretty cloudy. It looks like he hasn't been sleeping very well lately. But there's a strange quality to them. They have a gold streak that runs through them, almost like a mineral in the slide.
She'll put one in her own head and see, get a little glimpse through, if possible.
If you take one of his sleep slides and insert it, you feel things like smell better, taste better, just for a moment. It's like you can actually smell the ocean or the artificial seawater in the sand, and the wind actually starts to feel nicer. Everything is it's like your senses got turned up just a pinch.
She'll kind of look over at me and be like, his sleep slide is kind of got a little bit of mineral in it.
What does that mean? Does he dream about war?
No, I can kind of hear things better, see things clearer.
Jason, did you have your senses improved as well?
I mean, if you must ask, I was born with a certain condition that it was strange, I guess. Some of my senses were cross-wired. I had to have it corrected when I was young, yeah.
Oh, you got that cool thing where sounds taste like stuff.
Yeah, not as cool as you'd imagine, though.
No?
No, it was actually kind of torture in a lot of ways. Luckily it was kind of treated when I was much younger, so not an issue anymore. Does help me with my photographer's eye. It sounds neat on paper. It just
It's also probably why you were a target for the wolf of paradise.
What do you mean?
Well, on the Moby it says that it targeted people with a certain condition, and I'm wondering if that's the condition.
With an underlying medical condition that maybe is undiagnosed.
Oh, well, mine was diagnosed, so I think I'm okay. Plus, the wolf,
But
I mean, yeah.
If we go under the assumption that wolf is a certain person, then maybe the wolf is targeting you for other reasons.
Can't imagine why, unless I got close to his identity or her identity. Do you really think it's Alana? That's crazy.
Well, she did. Whoever it was did stop you from meeting some of your contacts, which means you must have been on a roll. The question is, what were you on a roll to?
Yeah, what stories were you looking into?
Well, there was one that was weird. I won't lie.